All right, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video from Soldiers for Cost TCG. And today I'm bringing you guys a very special video. As some of you may know, I got to 100 subscribers recently, so let's go. Easy dubs, easy dubs. Thank you guys so much for the support, by the way. I really appreciate it. And as promised from a post a couple of days ago that I made, here is the DoomZ deck profile. Yeah, we've been making a lot of videos about this on Dueling Book and just like replays and stuff like that. And I think the deck is just really, really fun. It's just very, like the things you can do with it are just very interesting. And I think it's just a very fun deck. And I think it has a lot of prospect for the future. So yeah, I'm glad I picked it up. So let us just get right into this really quick. All right. So start, we're playing 2 Drastia. I desperately wanted to play 3 of this card. I really wanted to find the room for the 3rd, but like, I just don't think right now it's needed. I was playing the 3rd because I was basically convinced, like, if your normal summon gets stopped and it's like a DoomZ monster, then like you kind of want to have this in hand to be able to like extend through like a hand trap and just be like, okay, well, this got negated, so I just have a free DoomZ monster. You have this in hand, cool, pop, summon, equip, stuff like that. But like there have never been games where I've gone into the 3rd one of these, so I just don't think it's very necessary. And I think even with the new spell coming out, you definitely just do not need 3 because it'll be that much more searchable. So yeah, only 2 Drastia. It's been working pretty well so far. So yeah, if you guys want to play 3, totally get it, totally understand. But for now, we're playing 2. Same thing with Amalfi. Only 2 Amalfi. Again, this is the exact same thing with Drastia. I really wanted to fit in this 3rd one. But I just don't think it's really needed. The problem with the DoomZ monsters is if you open up like multiple of them that aren't Ilara, so like this or like Power Patron, etc., and this gets hand trapped, then you kind of just lose the game unless you unless you hard open and equip. Or you have the Drastia in hand. But yeah, basically these cards are so good, except you do not want these to get hit by hand traps. Like getting hit by a hand trap on this as like your only normal summon just really hurts, and because of that I just really wanted to minimize that. The deck's not good enough yet to where we can afford to have a few different names in our hand. Like with the new spell, we can max out on this because, or like you can either max on this or you can either like play one of this, either work. So yeah, just 2 Amalfi right now. This card's been working really well at 2, so I would recommend trying it at 2. I know a lot of builds play 3. That's totally fine. I totally get that. But I just think we have a lot of sub engine as well that can help us bridge into DoomZ stuff. So I think I'm just gonna stick for 2. Then we have the 3 Ilara. Ilara is probably your best normal summon. Yeah, even Medius, like this card's probably just better to normal summon than Medius, like a lot of the time. Obviously not for like a 1-card combo standpoint, but more so of like a like only Imperm can really stop this going first, or like Gamma. But you know, yeah, this card's really good. You can either set Raiders, which is like the best card in your deck pretty much, or you can set the Droll and Lockbird, but only for your opponent, or you can set a an equip and summon your Deoctorus and whatnot. So yeah, this card's probably just your best normal summon. This card's really good. You really just want to see this because unlike Amalfi, you can normal this and set Raiders, and then Raiders pop this to go into Amalfi, and then Amalfi to add Drastia, and then you end on Drastia with an equip plus raiders, which is like 3 interrupts-ish, which is really good. So this card, one card like alone, excuse me, leads to 3 interrupts, whereas this card only leads to, like, if it resolves, it only leads to a Drastia with an equip, which is not bad, but that alone doesn't win you most of your games. So yeah, definitely just play 3 Alara. 3 Alara is probably the best card in your deck. Yeah, this card's really good. And then we're playing 2 Power Patron. I think this is pretty accepted upon. I think you definitely do need the second one. There's a lot of lines where like, well, I guess not lines, but like if you have a Lara, the amount of times where you just like if you have a Lara plus Raiders, then you can, most of the time I just go Alara to set DoomZ Destruction, the trap card, to make your opponent like under draw. And yeah, when that card is destroyed, you get to equip a monster on the field with a DoomZ from your deck, and a lot of the time I'll equip just Power Patron onto like either my monster or my opponent's monster, because this card can search any DoomZ card, period. It can search Raiders, it can search Alara, it can search Drastia, Amalfi, any single one you can think of, this can search. Yeah, this card's really good. I wouldn't play 3. I will say that this card is a pretty good normal summon, sometimes. Like if you have Theo Realize, plus this, like this card's really good to like be able to normal summon if like your Medius gets ashed or impermed or something like that. So just something to be mindful of. And that is actually gonna wrap up the DoomZ monsters. We're playing what, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, so playing about 9 DoomZs. This has been working very well for me. I think this is like the optimal number, just because like, yeah, you want to have enough room for like non-engine and everything like that. The only thing I can see myself maxing is like Drastia, but I wouldn't do that right now, so probably wait till the new card comes out instead. Next we're playing 2 Medius. I think this card's really good. I know a lot of people are playing 3 of this, and I totally understand as to why. Because this card's very, very good when it resolves. And it's the reason I play 2 is that it's very, very bad when it doesn't resolve. So unlike any of your DoomZs, like Amalfi, for example, like at least if you have Drastia in hand and you normal Amalfi to like go effect, at least if they negate it, you can like Drastia pop this because like it's a DoomZ name. But like if you normal Medius and it gets like ashed, you just have to hope that you have Raiders in hand or some other way to like get to DoomZ stuff. And there's not a lot of ways. So I think this card's really, really good. I wouldn't play 3 and I wouldn't play 1. So it's kind of the same thing with Power Patron, where like 3 is too much, 1 is too little. Because there are some times where like this ends up getting banished by its own effect. So you kind of want to have the other one just in case you like draw into another Theo Realize or something like that. So yeah, I would just play 2 right now. 3 has just been too much, and I've gotten ashed a few too many times. So we're just gonna keep it at 2. Yeah. Next with our sub engine, we're playing 3 Sangajin, 1 Golem, 1 Wedgie Temple, and then 1 Grief Tablet. So shout out to Eyes of Niji, Yugioh on YouTube. He kind of put me onto this. I was running Horus at the time, and I think the Horus cards are very good. I just think these are slightly better going second. I think they just play better into boards, and I think they give you more follow-up than the Horus engine does. And another problem, or I guess another solution that this provides, is that this deck is like weak to ash, like where if like your best cards get ashed, like you can't really do anything. Like you just have to like hope that you have enough gas at that point. And if they like ash any of these, it's like it's really okay. Like, it doesn't hurt as much getting ashed on like any of these as it does as using Imseti and then getting ashed on that. So, and then you're like playing with a 3-card hand. Like, the deck is not that powerful yet. So yeah. So we're playing these. The reason we have to play another level, or yeah, I guess another like level 8 spam is to get into Draglubion, or is it? Yeah, I think it's Dragluxion, the golden dragon guy. Yeah, and basically that bridges into Medius, which I'll show you guys in a few minutes here. Yeah, I think these cards are very good. This card's amazing. And what's really cool about any of these, I talked about this engine for a while, but the really cool thing about like all of these is that they're all combo with another monster. So like Sengenjin is a 1-card combo because you just go Sengenjin into Golem, Golem into Wedgie Temple, and then Wedgie Temple to play something from hand to place another Sengenjin, and then you use the Sengenjin and your the monster you put in your Spawn Trap card zone to go into Doom Dragon, the Snake Eyes Doom Dragon monster, and then you can go into either Galaxy Lord, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, or you can go into the Gold Divine Dragon to bridge into your Medius DoomZ stuff, which is really cool. This is the same thing, just in slightly different sequencing. And Grief Tablet. So Grief Tablet is a card I picked up like many months ago when like the deck first got released, because I was just super scared of how we were going to deal with Lunalight. Spoilers, I'm not playing Jupiter, that Power Patron guy, because it never comes up. Like, actually, it just never comes up, which is cool. It's really cool, like, in theory, but yeah. My prediction is that we will get a DoomZ monster that is Jupiter's level, because Power Patron says that you can target a DoomZ and summon Jupiter from your extra deck. So I think we're gonna get something that's like level 11 or whatever Jupiter is. So that's my hot take. But this card is just so cool because you can either equip it to an opponent's monster to negate its effects, or you can equip it to your own monster and add a Wedgie card. So you can add Wedgie Temple right from your deck if this is equipped onto a monster you control. And that kind of solves our normal summon problem. So like, for example, like, you know, normal Amalfi effects Ash, right? Cool. Equip Grief Tablet, activate effect to add Sengenjin, and then that's pretty much like full combo, which I just think is really beautiful, really. I think that was the biggest crux of this deck. Yeah, and another really good part about this engine is that it doesn't take up your normal summon. So that's like the biggest part. We can save our normal summon for like a Medius or a Elara or an Amalfi, and we can actually have protection for it. So it's really important. So yeah, really good engine. I wouldn't play Horus over this personally. I think this is better than Horus. Just in my testing. And that is it for like the engine-ish monsters. Now getting onto like the spells. Play 3 Theorealize because it sends for cost. For cost. Yeah, this card sends for cost. And dumps Medius, which is really good. Spoilers, as I guess it's not spoilers, but I'm not playing Fiendsmith. I do think Fiendsmith has its perks. In the duel videos I was playing recently, you guys might have seen me play Fiendsmith, which is really cool because you can make like anything you have like a light fiend. And I think that is really interesting because, again, I was trying to find the answer to this normal summon like problem. And I was like, if you have Theorealize, if your normal summon gets stopped, you just go full Fiendsmith combo. But I just didn't want to play the bricks, to be honest. If you play 1 Engraver, then like 1 Engraver becomes a brick in your deck. And then if you add in like Sanct as well as Engraver, then you have to play Lacrima and shit like that. And I was just like, I just don't want to like do all this. Plus it takes 3 extra deck slots. And I was like, dude, nah, it just didn't feel worth it. So yeah. we're not playing the Peensmith stuff. And it feels good, and I like it. So yeah, 3, if you realize you just need it. 3 Raiders, because it's probably the best DoomZ card that you have, besides, or in the main deck, we'll say, in the main deck. Yeah, this card's really good. This plus a DoomZ is Drastia with Winda, so something to keep in mind. If you guys want to see those combos, let me know. I know I posted a lot of like really extensive combos, but I really don't think those are feasible. Don't try those at home. I just don't think those are feasible. I just thought they were cool though. Yeah, this card with any DoomZ monster, albeit Drastia, is like Winda plus Drastia with equip. So really good. And then I don't see a lot of people utilizing this card's other effect, where if it's destroyed, you actually get to pop a face-up monster on the field. So that kind of goes in tandem with the equip, because the equip gives the monster it's equipped to, or it is like the Z that has it as material, the ability to pop a card, and then like pop a card that you control, and then gain attack equal to its level/rank times 100. So yeah, it's really good. Obviously because they can't attack over it as easily, but it's also good because we can use that monster's effect to pop Raiders, and then Raiders can pop a face-up monster on the field. So if anything's like troublesome, you can just be like, ah, not anymore, loser. Yeah, so these are really good. Yeah, only 2 of this because 3 is too much and 1 is too little. So yeah, it's coming up. And then I'm playing the 1 Dogmaticism. Yeah, this card's really good. This card's super searchable, which is really cool, because if you just pop your Drastius, or Deoctorus, my bad, you just get to add this for free, and then you make Winda with anything. So yeah, these are the 4 equips that we're playing. There are some other really cool equips that I think are funny, but I don't think they're necessarily meta relevant. Like, just like an example, Metal Silver Armor, I think it can be cool. Like that Arthalion is not bouncing anything low bro. Snatch Steel could be fun, could be very exciting. I was thinking like against like Lunalight, you can Snatch Steal Baguska, and then switch Baguska into attack, and then make Zeus and stuff. But that just doesn't seem very good. And then this card, which I was thinking for like a time card, but then I was like, wait, I'm not I'm not bad at the game. I'm like, I don't need a time card. So yeah, only these 4. I think these are really good. Yeah, this card's really good. Kind of more to talk about with this card. There are times where like you can't pop it the way you want to, where like you can't pop the monster the way you want to. And what you can do is that you can like leave this until your opponent's turn, and you can have it equipped to any of your like level 4 dudes. So like either of these pretty much. So you can equip this, either this or this, and then anything that's equipped with this can pop one of these guys, and then you can trigger their effects again on your opponent's turn. And you get to use this, which can send quite a variety of things. So you can send like your aggregator, you can send a Garura that we have in the extra deck. There's a lot of like things that you can send. I was looking at a lot of different options that you can send to like kind of fuck your opponent over. Like it's kind of like a really bad like Ultimate Slayer when you think about it. In like a really strange way. It's like a horrible Ultimate Slayer. Yeah, I just think it could be cool. It could be cool. And sometimes it does happen. Like sometimes you'll draw like hard draw into Shadalsism, and you like can't get the pop, and so then you'll just like leave the equip on one of your level 4s, and then you can on your opponent's turn pop your own level 4, And this will send the Shuttle App Clone anyway, and then you can just still resolve Schism. So that's why Schism isn't really like a brick, and that's why this card is not a brick either. This card is like the opposite of a brick. Like, it can get you a draw as well, like Garura. It's really good. It's really good. Enough rambling. Enough rambling. And then, LOL, I had to proxy this. So the mail is actually the best deck, and I'm proxying quite a few cards, mainly in the extra deck, but we'll see that. This is the only card I'm proxying in the main. Shout out 7 Tachyon, dude. This is your bridge for your Medius, which we'll get into later. So yeah, you kind of have to play just the one. Yeah. And then the 2 best cards in the game, I'm not explaining these. And then we got our 2 traps. This card's not a brick, I don't care what anyone says. Because even worst case, like, if you have a way to get into your rank 8 dragon guy, to search this, and you can just 7 Tachyon, put this back, blah, 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 blah. So you can kind of put any of your bricks back into your deck. Yeah, this card's cool. This card also has a really cool secondary effect where whatever Shaddoll monster you summon with it, you can send an opponent's monster with that same attribute as that Shaddoll monster to the grave. Send, non-targeting. Or is it non-targeting? Yes, correct. Non-target. Broken. The card's broken. And then this card, obviously broken. Yeah, dude, sometimes this is just enough. Like, sometimes your hand is so bad, you just have this plus a DoomZ, XYZ, and like, that's just it. Yeah, it's easy. And then for the non-engine, we're not doing anything too crazy. We're not reinventing the wheel. 3 Fua, 3 Ash. We are playing the 2 Bell because it's really good. And I'm trying out 2 Nib. This card is like, okay. This might be Droplet in the future. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, and then 1 Magnamut. Yeah, shout out Mason. Preach. So that is it for the main. I'm pretty sure I am at 42. Yeah, 42, because, you know, I don't like to play 40. I actually love to play 40, but sometimes I just can't squeeze it. So yeah, so 42 card main. And then we'll get into this extra here. This is where the proxy stuff really comes in handy. 2 Jocktaurus. You kind of need one for your own turn to combo, to like add an equip, and then you need one for your opponent's turn to like destroy a DoomZ card and then destroy another monster on the field, non-target, which is really good. Cool card. Yep. And then we're playing the Star Seraph, which I actually have this card. I just don't know where it is. This is your 7th Tachyon bridge to search Medius. So yeah, reveal this boy, search Medius. Yep. 2 of your Drastius. Yeah, this card's the best card in the extra, dude. Yeah, like, I do have my 3rd, but we just cannot play 3 of this, dude. We never go into 3. If the game lasts so much to where you're going into the 3rd, you're probably losing anyway. So we just play the 2. Yeah, this card's like quickly becoming one of my favorite cards, like, of all time. This card's so fun. Especially equipped with your Durg, because it's just like a literal towers monster at that point. And yeah, it's hard to out. This card like literally dogs on Mitsu. Like, it's so funny. I'm sure you've seen some replays where I'm just dogging on Mitsu with this card. They just can't kill it. Like, they literally just like cannot kill this card. It's so funny. Yeah, this card's just awesome. Being able to like non-target equip a monster on the field is really good. Being able to negate a monster from field or grave is really, really good, and then to equip another card. And with Raiders, this card is practically 1 card with 3 interruptions, and it's non-targetable, and It's going to be at like 35 if you use the effect of Durg. Really good. Really, really good. Best card. Best card. One Lord, because I hate Nibiru. Nibiru sucks. So this is like something where like if you already have Medius access or like DoomZ access, then you can just use the Millennium stuff to make this and be like, haha, no nib, die. And then one of this, proxying it again. This is the one that like adds 7 Tachyon. And then because I'm greedy, I wanted to play a dragon to use its secondary effect, so I decided to play Hope Harbinger. Because I like stopping Rahu and Ketu, so that's pretty much why that's there. And then I'm playing the one Typhon because it's Typhon. And one Zeus because, yeah, this card is the best card ever made, actually. This card's actually the best card ever made. Broken. They're playing the one app clone. Literally do not know. I ordered this card like 3 weeks ago. I literally do not know where this card is. Yep, it's really good to add because then you make your window, which is broken. Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. And then we're playing the one Doomed Dragon. This card's really good. I love this card. I really like using this going second. I'm trying to get better at using this card going second. Because it's just really cool. Because if you go like, if you have like an equip guy, or like if you just like literally have this and you use both effects, so like effect on summon to equip and negating a monster effect and then equip, then you can just like use the cards that you equipped and then just make Doom Dragon, and then you immediately like send something to the back row. Like you get to put a monster back into the back row, which is so good. So good. And then it's just like, oh yeah, also I get to make a free rank 8 and probably Zeus you. So yeah, this card is just so gas. Yeah, I can't really say enough good things about it. It's just kind of everything you want it to be. And then we're playing the one Garura, spoilers for the side deck, and then more spoilers for the side deck, the one Secretarion Dragon, because guess what? We actually catch major strays because every, pretty much your level 4 or higher DoomZs, so like all of these are all dragons. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. So we're gonna have to like have a way to stop that, you know. So they super poly away our shit to make their Secretarion Dragon. Nah, dude, I'm gonna super poly your Secretarion Dragon for my own Secretarion Dragon. Yeah, and this card's also here because you get to like send it off the Dogmatica equip, so you get to draw a card sometimes. So that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's it for the extra. Yes, I think, yeah, this is 15. There's definitely like some flex spots that I don't think you have to play. Like this, you definitely have to play. This, you have to play. You have to play this, 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 and this. You probably cut one of these if you really, 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 really wanted to. You can probably cut these. Like if you find something like more important, you probably just like side these, like probably. But I'm not doing that shit because Super Poly is the best card in the game. Yeah, and then I just threw together a really, really bad sideboard. Shout out the tokens, by the way. But yeah, I threw together a really bad sideboard, but I kind of just wanted to show you like what we're doing. We're just on a pretty simple board breaker approach. So playing this dumb card. This card's just so good. Slayer. This card's okay. I don't think I play like enough like against Yummy. Like I don't have a target for Yummy, you know. So this will probably come out. But we do have a lot of Draco Tail at our locals. So hey, you never know. You never know. I don't like dealing with Gulamel. Even though this deck kind of pluses off it, but whatever. 3 Thrust because I never am not playing Thrust because Gimmick Puppet, best deck, you know. Yeah. But this card's just good because going first, you get to either set like this or this, and I think these are the two best things you can be setting off the rest of this format. And then going second, you also set this in, and then you can potentially get evenly matched. I learned how good this card was the hard way. Yep, we don't really have a way to answer this, but you know, we just hope they don't draw it. And then the last card, I think I'm at 14 cards for this, but the last card that I'm playing was one Moon Mirror Shield. The supers aren't out yet, so don't shoot me, but this card's gas. This card is how you pretty much win your Lunalight matchup, because you can just equip anything on this. Like, you know, you normal summon any monster and equip it with this and get over Liger. There you go. Yeah, it's really, really good. I think this card's very exciting. I do like the idea that you can also just like kind of like loop it. Like, you always have a equip an extra deck that you can search off Yugioh, which there's probably some value. I don't know what value, but there's probably some value there. So yeah, that is that's the deck profile, guys. I think this deck is very, very fun. I think it is not great suited for the current dude format, which is unfortunate. I do think it's, however, very fun to play, and I think you guys should definitely give it a shot. If you have any questions or like comments about like how to play the deck or other versions that you can try, like I have a few different versions that I'm trying. I just think this was the best one to kind of get people started and kind of see like the deck, like what it, for what it is really. And yeah, I just think it's very, very fun, and it's getting up there, guys, as one of my personal favorites. So definitely expect to see a lot more of this deck in the coming weeks, months, however long, you know, who knows, wherever the wind takes us, right? Anyway, guys, that was Soldiers for Cause TCG, and I'll see you guys next time.